Market update on the 28th. Huge pump today, almost 2%. Basically, Bank of England is going to start buying bonds again. So yields came down. They're down pretty substantially, I thought. Let me see. 10-year yield went all the way down to 3.73, down 5% of the day though, after almost hitting 4%. So a pretty substantial fall on the day after we heard that news. And that comes after last night we got Apple news saying their demand was dwindling, and so they were going to lower production. And it was kind of funny too. If you look at the FinBiz heat map, Apple was basically the only red stock. Imagine that. The Bank of England puts out that news. I think that was this morning. After Apple put out the news last night, it almost seems like it was coordinated to keep the market from falling more than it had. And sure enough, Apple, the only red stock, and I mean a few other ones, but basically the only major one that we care about that's red. So pretty funny there. Thought I'd point that out. But getting to the chart, we know we have A, B here, or 1, 2. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, we have right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, A, B, C, 2, and I think I messed up the charting a little bit last night, and so I wanted to point that out. It actually messed up my trading, and I'll show you where here in a second. But we have 1, 2, and then clearly we break outside this parallel line for a third wave. The question was, where does the third wave end? But it looks like 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 4, 5 right here. So the overall third wave right there. And it looks like we did the fourth wave all today. Choppy, long, drawn out, less volatility. Typical fourth wave in my opinion. But I was thinking that this was actually the fourth wave, and then this was actually the first wave of the overall fifth wave. And so right here, I got stopped out right here because I thought this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I had us at a second wave right here, and we got a big move down from there. So we went all the way to 365.84, down to 363.21. I bought right in here, and then of course we busted right through here, and I got stopped out at 365.84. So ended up being a fourth wave, and this is a very tricky wave too because it wasn't a typical. If you look on the 15-minute time frame, it does look like a 5-wave move, but if you zoom in, it's not a 5-wave move. This is a B, C, looks like a double 3 to me, or a triple 3. So A, B, C, W, X, A, B, C, Y, A, B, C, double X, and then it looks like we either 1, 2, 3, 4. I can see us going higher here, all the way to fill that gap because we didn't quite fill it yet at 373.46. It looks like there's a possibility this is actually 1, 2, and then third wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, fourth wave, and then we could get one more move higher, and that move higher could take us all the way to fill that gap at the 0.78 fib would fill that gap at 373.51. And so we're pretty much finished with the fourth wave. I think we got maybe a little bit more. If you zoom out here again on the 1 hour time frame, it's interesting to look at the first wave down to the end of the third wave, and then take it to the top of the second wave, and we basically hit right on the parallel line right there. So it could have already been to the top today, but I would imagine we're going to get one more move outside of this line to fill this gap at 373.60, and then we should be heading down here. Another thing to note is the first wave, I have it written down here, the first wave was 29.53. So the length was 29.53. The third wave, the length was 28.58. So the third wave is shorter than the first wave. That means that this fifth wave cannot be any longer than 28.58. If you take 372.33 minus 28.58, you get 343.75. So I think that pretty much all the calls for 320, including myself, are out the window based on this move. The only way we get to 320 is if this third wave, if this ends up being a third wave here, we bounce and then go down. So it's either going to be C wave ending right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's as far as they can go, I guess. It could end right here at 358. It could go just barely past the end of the third wave. Anywhere from 360.91 down to 343.70 is a valid fifth wave in there. So we're looking for something probably, I would say these take about a week or so. It might be pretty close, pretty quick. I would say sometime early next week, maybe even the next couple of days. I wouldn't be surprised if they just take this down, maybe get it mostly done by Friday, maybe early next week. So we could be talking about, today is the 28th, we could be talking about this being done by the 3rd. So fifth wave right here, possibility. And then again, we don't know, but most likely now, if it does go all the way to 343, it's going to be hard for me to make the case that this is A, B, so A, and then B down here, and then C up here. It's going to be harder to make that case because that would make this an expanded flat. And expanded flats cannot go past the 1.23 fib, so 346.49. So we'll see how it plays out, but it's a possibility that if it goes all the way down here, I would probably think that we're probably going to get a fifth wave down. If it stops around in here, then there's potential that we are on the C wave and we can go higher from there. So I guess whatever they want to do, but the one thing we do know is we are going to get a move lower from here, and it's going to break the low of 360.91, and it can go anywhere between there and 343.81. So anywhere in there for a valid fifth wave, which will either be the overall third wave, it's going to be the overall third wave or the overall C wave. And let's say we do go all the way down to 343, I would be looking for a move back to about 360 for a fourth wave. And then we'd be looking for and then we'd be looking for 306 to 315. So targets change a little bit based on that, but the third wave will not go anywhere past 343.79. So expect to move lower here soon, and then after that we'll figure out if it's an actual end of the C wave. It would be an expanded flat C wave. I'm sorry, an expanded flat right here. It'd be A, B, C up here, or we're looking at A, B, and then C down. So either one's valid, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to 315 to 305. So kind of confusing with all the different ABCs, but so many different possibilities. But the main thing we do know is that the fourth wave should be finishing up maybe early tomorrow morning, and we should be heading down between 360.39 and 343.79 within a couple of days. So that's it for now. I guess I'll go over the VIX real quick. The VIX is, if technical analysis actually works on the VIX, which it has lately, it's getting close to bottoming. And if it is bottoming, then it has a chance to break the high and go to 40 if we're going to get that move lower, which I think we're going to. And so I would say that the fourth wave is over right here. This is based on what I think, the VIX has to go higher. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we should get a fifth wave higher. If the SPY is going to go lower, then the VIX has to go higher. So I have to think that that's going to be valid, and my target is going to be 37.99 or 37.93 all the way to 39.89. So maybe they'll blast it all the way to the 78, 42.50, but it looks like we are going to end up getting this fifth wave. So, like I said, expecting a move down here in the next couple of days, VIX to go higher. Yields, not really sure based on what we heard today. But the dollar should start backing off, though, here soon, too. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out because, again, there's conflicting moves in all the different assets. So dollar, wow, the dollar went all the way down to 112.71. I didn't look at it all day. So with that big of a move lower, I could see it retracing and then that giving us enough momentum to come down here and break the lows. So we'll see where it goes, but once again, we know we're going to get a lower low than 360.39 here soon. So let me know what you think in the comments. How did you trade today? I traded absolutely terrible in my eyes today, and that was because my charting was off a little bit, but still I want to do a little bit better next time and not make those same mistakes. Anyway, just let me know what you think in the comments and how you traded today, and expect another market update tomorrow. And do you think my targets are accurate? Where do you think we're headed from here? Let me know in the comments. All right, talk to you later.